The following is a fan-based discussion, and all materials being discussed are owned by Toei and Subaraya Productions. I claim no ownership to the materials being discussed and is purely fan opinion.
Hello everyone and welcome back to TFX. Today I'll be doing a top 10, which is something I haven't done in a long time, because the last top 10 I did was my top 10 all-time favorite Ultraman shows. Now, I previously made a tier list video on the Heisei Kamen Rider openings, so I thought, why not just make a top 10 on my all-time favorite Kamen Rider openings? Now, just a reminder, your favorites will almost definitely be different to mine, as we all have different tastes. So everything you're seeing from this point onwards is my personal opinion. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. Before I get into my top 10, here are some honorable mentions. Switch On, Kamen Rider Forze's opening. Now, this opening is an honorable mention because I like the energy in this opening, specifically when it comes to the chorus, aka the part that I just showed you right there. Because it definitely gives you a sense of youthful energy, which makes sense for the show given that our heroes are a bunch of high school students, especially our lead hero, obviously. Now, the reason why this is an honorable mention and not in the actual list is because while the chorus I do like, the lead up to it is not great. At least to me, because it feels like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just not really a big fan of the lead up to the chorus. So as much as I like this song, it's just an honorable mention for me. Now, as for the second honorable mention, Be the One, Kamen Rider Builds opening. This is a very catchy opening, like, especially when it gets to Be the One, Be the One. It's just a very catchy song, and I do like it. The only reason why this one is in honorable mentions and not in my actual list, the reason for it is actually quite simple, because I like the 10 in the actual list better than this one. But I still like the build opening. It's very catchy and it's very sing-alongable. As for my last honorable mention, Kamen Rider Zero One's opening. It's surprising, actually, that I like this opening as much as I do. At least I find it surprising because when I initially watched Zero One, this opening, I didn't hate it, but it's like, I think it's good and really nothing more than that. But the more I listen to it, the more I enjoy it. Especially because it has a catchy start to it, like with the 010101. That part's extremely catchy. And when it gets to the chorus, realize I just love it. Like, this opening is great. Of course, just like with Build, the only reason this opening is not in my actual list is because they're not as good as the ones in my actual list. So that's the honorable mentions. Now let's get into the actual list. Kicking us off with number 10. Kagayaki, Kamen Rider Hibiki's first opening. I was surprised when I first listened to this opening initially because this opening, unlike every other opening in basically Kamen Rider history, it has no lyrics. And I actually like it. Like, I like it a lot because it definitely works with what they're going for this show. And of course, the fact that Hibiki wasn't supposed to be a Kamen Rider. But like, I just love the Hibiki of this, which of course Hibiki translates to resonance. Of course, they have to ruin it when they change the opening midway, but that's a whole other talk some other time. Now, on to number 9. Kamen Rider Kuga's opening. This opening is beautiful. For the start of the Heisei era, this opening is very good. It's great. Especially with the guitar music and with the Kuga. Also, when it gets to no fear, no pain, it gives you basically a sense of positivity, which you definitely would need if you're in the world of Kuga, by the way. But Kuga is just the basically the perfect opening for this show. I really say perfect, but it's definitely a suitable opening for what the show went for. It's just one more is there to say. It's just a great song. Now let's move on to number 8. Alive Alive, Comrade Ryuki's opening. This opening is just straight up a bop. Like you listen to you just can't help but bop to it. At least I can't. I love Ryuki, and the opening is one of the reasons why. Like, it sets up the show, like, and what it goes for with the mirrors, and it's an energetic song, and it's such a hype song as well. This opening I love because of how much you can bop to it. Now, on to number 7. Climax Jump, Comrade Deno's opening. Now, I like this opening as much as I do, not just because the song is very upbeat and it's a very good song to listen to, but also because of the lyrics. Because for an opening to be good, or I guess to be suitable for a show, is that one, it has to be a good song. So whenever you listen to it, you can actually enjoy the song. But it also must fit with the theme of the show that you're going with. This opening does a great job of resonating with themes of time travel, memories, and courage to push forward, which works as that's pretty much what Dano's about. I'm not going to go in any more than that, otherwise it'll be spoilers. But I love Climax Jump. Like Climax Jump is a great song, and so that's why Climax Jump is at number 7. Now on to number 6. Life is Showtime, Comrade Wizard's opening. Now, as much as I think Wizard is shite, this opening, I have to admit, is very good. It not only is a catchy song, like an energetic song as well, but it's also very good at capturing the theme of Wizard, the magic aspect, and how Wizard is about hope. The lyrics do a great job of capturing the theme of the show. And not to mention, the song itself also fits the tagline for this show. And by that, I also mean Wizard's catchphrase, Showtime. This opening, there's not much to say about this opening, it's just very good. If only the show was a little bit better. But regardless, now let's move on to number 5. Anything Goes, Comrade O's opening. This opening, it's just catchy. It's a ton of fun to listen to, especially with, as shown in the clip just there. You count the medals 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on. Anything goes. Coming to O's. It's just, it's very sing alongable. It's very upbeat. It's very energetic, and it fits the show. Period. Especially the main character, Eiji, which I'll talk more about once I review O's. But O's, this opening is beautiful. This opening just fits the show. It's a ton of fun to listen to, and it's just I highly recommend this opening. Like it's this opening is just so much fun. With that out of the way, let's move on to number 4. Just Live More, Gaim's opening. Like a few of the openings I have on this list, or even the openings I mentioned in this video period, this opening is just it's upbeat, it has high energy, and the singer just works perfectly for what they were trying to go with this show. Especially with the part at the start, just as the clip shows, Don't say no, just live more. Don't say no, just live more. This song is catchy as hell. It just gets you fired up, which makes sense for what this show went for. Despite the motif of this show being around fruits, because you can literally tell from the suit designs in this show that they're based on fruits, this opening just works. It's fire. It's a banger. What else is there to say about this? Gaim's opening is one of the best. It's awesome, and it's one of my favorites. But that being said, it's still only number 4. So let's move on to number 3. WBX W Bold Extreme, Comrade W's opening, or double depending on how you want to pronounce it. This opening is amazing. Like the jazzy, upbeat vibe that it gives you just fits the theme of the show because this is a detective themed show. And if you watch and pay close attention to the lyrics, it very much matches the detective vibe that you get from this show. And not to mention the way that this has two singers, which makes sense again because this show has two protagonists, not one. And something about the way it's sung, like from the lead up to when it actually reaches the chorus where it actually gets hype, it really gives you a sense of, I guess, mystery and adds to the detective vibe. And it gives you a sense of atmosphere, which is something I really like. This opening is very sing-alongable, it's catchy, it matches the show, it's just amazing. Now for the final two openings on this list, starting off with number 2. Trust Last, Kamen Rider's opening. Now, as of the time of this recording, I'm almost done with Geats, currently in the last arc, and I'm really liking the show, but that's not the focus today. This opening, I'll be completely honest with you, just like with Zero Ones, I never expected it to be on my list, especially this high on my list. Because when I first started watching Geats and when I first listened to this opening, pretty much the same as Zero One. I'm like, this opening is good, just not the best, or not one of the best. But the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me. And just a fun fact, from when I started watching Geats to now, I've never skipped the opening once. That's how much I love this opening. The lyrics of this song just fits with the show, period. Like with it being a battle royale and what you need to do to win in it. And the idea of getting your wish granted. Not to mention the song itself is just a banger. It's just a great song. And I listen to it every episode. That's how much I love it. Because usually when you're binging shows, you would skip openings. But I don't with this one. However, as good as this opening is, it still falls short of the number 1 place. And for those who have seen my Heisei Kamen Rider tier list, you would know what my number 1 is. My number 1 choice is Excite, Kamen Rider X8's opening. Along with the fact that this is my favorite Kamen Rider of all time, this is also my favorite opening of all time. I remember when I first watched X8, every time this opening was up, it made me feel excited about watching every episode. Obviously, they don't play the opening every episode in X8, but when it did, gosh, did it get you pumped. It's high energy, it fits the gaming vibe that this show gives, and it's very catchy, especially Soto Ekasai Ekasai. It just gets you excited, which I'm sure you guys can relate to, at least some of you, if you play games or are basically a full-time gamer. Even after, because it's been some time that I've seen Xade, but the fact that this still is my number 1 opening, even after I've listened to many other good openings like Zero Ones, Revises, Geats. No opening has been stuck in my head as much as X8's. Not to mention the fact that every time I rewatch episodes of X8, because I don't really rewatch entire shows, I rewatch certain episodes that I liked. Even then, this opening still gets me excited. That's how much I love this opening. X8, to me at least, is my favorite opening. So that's my top 10 list of Kamen Rider openings. Feel free to comment down below what your top 10 picks are for your favorite Kamen Rider openings and whether or not you agree with my choices or not. Anyways, that concludes this top 10 video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But for now, that's it for today, folks. Bye, everyone.